It's an unkillable car next to Toyota Land Cruiser. For those guys who are going to hate, yeah, this is one of the unkillable Benz. One thing you'll enjoy in this car is the suspension.
Are there Mercedes that have ever been produced in the 1984s that have actually a sunroof on them?
If you hit someone with this car, hey, trust me, man, that guy will be collecting him somewhere, and I'm not sure it will be a good place.
This is now how it looks like when it is like well maintained, like it is good condition. Like this is what it looks like. You can see there is the radio here, and everything else is in place. And the materials of these ones are leatherish. Yeah. So this is the owner of this vehicle. I'm going to ask him a few questions about this vehicle. So have you encountered any problems with the engine of this vehicle?
No, engine problems, not so far. The only thing I changed on the car was the water pump, because it was a bit old. But in terms of reliability and strength, it's actually one of the best. It's the 1984 version, because the other ones that come before 1984, from 1975, come with the M114 engine. It's a straight six-cylinder engine. These are 4-cylinder. So with this engine, I'd say for this it's actually good, because they actually extended it to the 124, the W124, the predecessor of this one. And yeah, it runs well. But I'm thinking of doing something else, putting a 111, which is more or less the new EFI engine in the new Benzes, the one that's in the C200 compressor. So yeah.
That's amazing to hear from you. And so as this vehicle, how long have you been with it?
To be honest, just 2 years. I just bought it. I just bought it as a project car. I've worked on it. So right now, yeah.
So if it was a project car, like how was its condition when you just bought it?
It was mostly bodywork. It's an old car, so there are a bit of rust issues, but that was sorted out. I did the interior, so in terms of the engine was pristine. Just had to do some bodywork issues, which I sorted out.
Yeah, I think there's a problem with these old cars, like with rusting. They have a lot of issues with rusting, but if well maintained, I think they are very good cars if well maintained.
Once you maintain this is a car that you can drive for life. I mean, in Indonesia, this is basically the car they're driving. There are countries that are still driving this car till date. It's an unkillable car next to the Toyota Land Cruiser. For those guys who are going to hate, this is one of the unkillable Benzes.
But from my research, I find that this is one of the best vehicles Mercedes have ever produced.
It's actually one of the best. To be honest, I prefer the 126, which is the longer version of this one. But one thing you'll enjoy in this car is the suspension. Mambo ya the kusikia, feeling the potholes and whatever, this car literally just goes over them.
It is like
it's like you're cruising.
Yeah. It's like a 4-wheel.
I can't say 4-wheel per se, it's like you're sailing. On smooth waters.
For a 2-wheel, then that's a good one, I think.
The suspension on this car was actually next level during its time. It was one of the best suspension during its time, which is 1984. So I'm telling you, you'll have to drive it to understand what I'm telling you. The suspension is A1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, how much was it back then?
Well, I wouldn't know. Back then, maybe ask my dad. But these were the cars that were owned by the Dons. The Dons.
Yeah, the Dons.
Like if you look at some of the original owners of these cars, these were like the kingpins of the time. So it might have been the tunes of around 1.2 mic there, 3 mic.
And you know that time that money was a lot.
That time that was a lot of money. So look at that 1 point something. That was a lot of money then. But right now, you can get these cars for as clean as from 250, it depends on the condition and the engine. Some are going up to 700 depending on the type of on the condition of the car and everything, and the engine that's there, because most guys are taking them and rebuilding them. So depending on the work that person has put into the car, that will determine the price.
No, the fact that you're also selling this one, you're selling it, right?
Yeah, I'm selling this one.
So, according to your work, whatever you've done to it, how much is it going for?
That's a good question. To be honest, this car, as it is, if someone gives me 350, that'd be good. 350,000.
350,000.
If I went the next step and put the 111 engine, we'll be talking about 600, man. 600. I mean, the 111 engine, once you have it in this car, I'm not even. Once if I put that engine in this car, I wouldn't be selling it.
No.
And this car right now, you can't compare it to the new age cars. This one is safety.
Now, for someone who would be want to like add that engine, how much would they get it for?
The engine would get it for around, they're going for 100,000 right now. From 100K, a good one.
Yeah.
You can modify the gearbox to fit it, but from 100K you get this engine, the 111,
Yeah.
which is basically the engine that is in the old C200
Right.
and the later versions of the 124, the W124, have that engine as well.
Yeah.
It's an EFI. This is a carburetor engine.
Yeah.
The other one is more or less EFI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else do you love about this car? From the exterior, yeah, the bonnet and everything, the bumpers.
I would say there's a feeling that you have when you're driving a 123 a Benz. There's a feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, you get respect. If I go in this car to a place I'm looking for a contract or a tender or something, they look at me, they're like, hey, listen, he looks like a serious guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is old money.
Yeah.
Old money. I'm telling you what do you call it? The older guys.
Yeah.
The wazes. They look at me in this car, they're like, they tell me, this is not your age.
Yeah.
Then I'm telling them, give me the car my age.
Yeah.
Come on. They tell me that this is not my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a really reliable car, very strong. And you drive to areas like Karen, Lavington, State House and the likes, they envy the car.
Yeah.
They envy the car. And plus, it's very hardy. If you hit someone with this car, hey, trust me, man, that guy will be collecting him somewhere. And I'm not sure it will be a good place. Yeah.
So I really would love to see the interior of this car, and you tell me the inspiration behind your interior.
Go ahead.
So, starting with the color and the material, like it's amazing. When you sit on this car, it's just bouncy.
Yes.
So, what did you love about like the interior? What is the inspiration behind it?
Well, a Mercedes Benz and red interior, red leather. This is red leather. Trust me, red leather speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Red
Class.
leather speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Look for a car right now that has red leather. That car costs a fortune. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at it. It makes the car it stands out.
It looks classy, very classy.
Yeah. It stands out. The red interior, you know, okay, also red is my favorite color. So, trust me, my friends were actually against this color at the beginning. They were against the color. Then eventually, I told them I'll do whatever I want, man. It's my car, man. So I put the red interior. And yeah, I have a feeling it came out well. And there's still some things I'm working on. So maybe in the next episode, probably we'll feature the car.
Yeah.
Trust me, you'll find different things in the car, different things.
So you're still making up like few things in this
I
car.
want to soundproof it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to soundproof the car. The seats are spring, those are spring seats.
Confirmed. They actually spring.
Bouncy.
And very bouncy, very comfortable, very comfortable. I love his taste. That's an amazing one. Very classy, very elegant. Yeah. I think I'm amazed by the. What about the wheels? Did you change like anything?
The wheels, now, the original 123 wheels, you'd see them on the. You remember the blue 123 that was on the side?
Yeah.
Those are the original W123 rims.
Yeah.
Originals.
Yeah.
When I bought this car, it came with these rims,
Yeah.
these ones. And yeah, these are 16s, they are bigger. The original ones are size 14s, rather small, but I think they did that maybe to kind of, the bigger the tires, the more the fuel economy.
Yeah.
So yeah, these rims came with the car, and initially they were silver, but then I asked myself, why stop at silver? So I said, go for gold.
Go for gold.
I went for gold.
What about the fuel consumption of this car?
This one has a very good consumption for the car. I would say, like from here to Kitengela, I like using Kitengela because it's a bit distant. From here to Kitengela, you're looking at around 1,500 to and fro. But if the
From
previous
where?
engine
From where? From here?
Nairobi town to Kitengela and back, that's 1,500. But the previous engine, which was using the M114 engine, without the booster, there's something they add, the magneto.
Yeah.
There's a magneto system on carburetor cars. It kind of boosts the power that is going into the fuel chamber to allow combustion. So it actually combusts all the fuel in the chamber.
Yeah.
Because it's boosted by the battery power. But the previous engine that uses the point, the power that combusts the fuel in the fuel chamber it's the power comes from the rotation of the engine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the more the engine rotates, the more the fuel it burns,
Oh.
which was quite. It was the old system, and it wasn't really reliable because it was quite a guzzler.
Yeah.
This car has the capability of consuming fuel like a V8. Trust me. With a faulty carburetor, this car can consume like a V8. I mean,
Yeah.
it can consume like a car that has like 7 engines or something, but with the magneto system, gives it more power and better performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you have a dislike about this car? Anything?
Well, dislike about the car. Interesting. Well, I bought it as a project car, and one of the only things I would dislike about the car, not dislike per se, but the people that worked on a few things. You know, when you're buying a project car, I would really recommend, if you're going to do a project car, ensure that you're part of the project.
Yeah.
Ensure that you're there, because you're the only person that understands the vision that you have for the car.
Yeah.
But you trust some of these guys to do the car for you. You'll keep shouting in that garage daily. I was shouting at these guys daily because they weren't doing the thing I wanted. But then, once you do it, when you do the car properly,
Yeah.
trust me, there's nothing you can't achieve with this car. There's nothing you can't achieve.
Yeah.
But of course, building cars in Kenya costs money. Costs money. It's quite expensive. But when it comes to dislike, I can't say I dislike the car.
Yeah.
But if you get the wrong fundis and the wrong workmanship, you'll end up disliking it for no reason.
Like, not like really disliking, but a feature of it that you didn't like about this vehicle.
There's nothing I don't like about it. This is a Benz. What is there not to like about a Benz? This is a Benz.
We call it a day. This is what you have been reviewing today, and we are done reviewing. See you on the next episode, the series of reviewing what this country drives.
Very demure. What do you tell people? Very demure.